What do you do when you have a friend that's living in sin? How do you confront them? Do you confront them? What do you say if you choose to? Well, in First Corinthians chapter 4, verse 14, Paul says, I do not write these things to make you ashamed, but to admonish you as my beloved children. So we see that Paul wrote these letters to the churches to warn about false teachers, to offer correction, to tell the church that the way that they're behaving is not good, right? But he does it out of love. He does it out of grace, and he does it in humility. I think that we can learn a lot from this. When or if we know someone, because I'm sure all of us know someone living in sin, someone that may have backslidden or fallen into a situation they shouldn't be in, how do we handle that? The first thing that we should do is always pray. Pray about this. Ask the Lord first and foremost, God, is this something that I'm supposed to pursue? Is this something that I'm supposed to confront? Help me to have the proper words to say to this person. Therefore, you can come to them without offending them the best way possible. The second thing that you should do is reflect, self reflect, and make sure that this isn't something that you've also struggled with. If so, what did you do in that situation? How did you overcome it? That you can offer that sort of advice. One of the things that I hear the most whenever sin is being confronted is, you can't judge me, or whoever is without sin cast the first stone. And while these Bible verses apply, the thing that doesn't apply is that we can't judge one another. Because how are we supposed to know if someone is worthy of being followed, or if they are a true Christian if they don't have any fruit to show for it? If this is something that you have struggled with before, make sure to be graceful and humble, because this way you guys can carry each other's burdens and be a help to one another to strengthen each other in this time. The best thing that you can do, the most wisest thing that you can do, is do this not publicly, because the Bible always tells us to go to the person in private first, right? So go to this person. You have a personal relationship with this person. This isn't someone from some exposure ministry or some mega church, large ministry. This is a friend of yours. Go to them privately and make sure that you don't shame them. When you come to someone trying to shame them into like turn or burn, that's not going to work. The first thing that person's going to do is they're going to put up their defenses and they're going to totally block you out. So go with love, go with kindness, and go with grace. So another thing that I see when it comes to addressing sin is people like to beat around the bush, or they like to be soft with it. They like to they like to dumb it down, where you need to be specific. If a person's struggling with masturbation and they continue to watch porn every day and they have sexual immorality, don't say, oh, your problem, or the thing that you struggle with. Be direct. You're watching pornography on a daily basis, multiple times a day, and you're masturbating, and this is a sin directly against God, and I'm worried about you. You need to stop. I can offer you accountability through being your covenant eyes partner, or something along those lines. But don't dumb it down. Don't act like what they're doing isn't sinning against the Lord. A lot of people like to soften the blow of things. This doesn't mean don't be graceful, but you don't minimize sin when the wages of sin is death. Don't minimize the sin when someone is walking to certain death. And then, of course, use Bible verses. You never want to offer someone correction, confronting someone about their sin without direct evidence of the Bible. If the person is living in homosexuality, you bring them Bible verses, because that person is not going to hear what you're saying to them. They're going to look at you like you're just some judgmental Christian, and all you want to do is condemn them. Do it with love, do it biblically sound, do it with doctrine. Don't let it be your words. Let it be the words of Jesus. Then listen to what they say. If they seem like they're receptive, if they ask for accountability, that's great. You've won your friend over. If they refuse correction, if they deny that they're even doing anything wrong, then we're in a different situation. But always listen and give them time to come back to you with their side of things, their side of the story, what they're dealing with, why they're even struggling in the first place. And if they're open for accountability, you two go from there and formulate a plan how you can help this person to not continue to walk in sin. And of course, if you've done all you can and you've been persistent, you've reached out and you've checked with this person, you've followed up as many times as you possibly can, but they just aren't getting it, it's time to wash your hands, shake the dust from your feet, and let the Holy Spirit deal with it. There's no greater power than conviction from the Holy Spirit. But the thing is, when people continue to ignore the Holy Spirit, the voice it gets softer. So if the voice of the Holy Spirit is getting softer, there's no way they're hearing you. So at this point, you got to pray for them. You got to let them go, and you got to just see that God handles it. Pray for them relentlessly. Don't stop. But if you know someone that is walking in sin, living in a sinful manner, maybe some of these points, these tips, these ways that we handle things might help you in your situation. That's going to do it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Smash that like button on the way out. Until then, God bless.